evening, and on to our next novice hurdle, the Ballymore, won last year by Bob Ollinger. Obviously tied in very closely to the Supreme novices in terms of trying to second guess where a lot of the horses are going to go. So we'll kick this off with Ian Rayner's thoughts. Away you go.
Right, I've narrowed it down to two, but depending if one goes and one doesn't. So hopefully Dysart Dynamo comes here and Mr. Mullins has a change of heart and sends it here. As the guys said in a previous video, it has won over 2 mile free, so it will definitely stay the trip. Has the pace, perfect for the Ballymore. So it just purely depends if Willie Mullins hopefully puts it here, especially with what happened with Sir Gerhard at the Dublin Racing Festival. But if it doesn't run, I've come down on Journey with Me. Now, after its good win at the Red Mills on Saturday, its form has been franked by Kilcrook, who's won again recently after some terrible runs. And I've also made sure I've got the right one. I think it's Minella Crooner that Journey with Me beat. So, and it's also beaten O'Toole, which was his first defeat, and Pinkerton, which was also his first defeat. So it's some good form. At a price, I was quite impressed. It's probably no shock that I liked the Henderson horse Walking on Air, an impressive hurdle debut. And I believe it goes again at the weekend at Ascot. So if it wins again, I'm sure it'll be up with the favourites at the top. Another two I looked at, but potentially because they've both fallen, it's maybe doesn't meet the trends, or maybe to back a horse off a fall is not great. One is Wonderwall and one is Hillcrest. Again, at kind of bigger prices, might be up there for the each way play. But and Stage Star was another one I looked at. Funny enough, it beat a horse called, I might have to excuse my pronunciation, it's Gringo de Ubel, I think it is. So Stage Star beat it, and it was also second to Dysart Dynamo in January. Dysart beat 19 lengths, so that could be a potential line of form that could help both. But so if I come down to two, Dysart Dynamo, Journey with Me.
Okay, great stuff, Ian. Thank you. Matty, take it away.
Yeah, it's not a race I've got that heavily involved in, to be honest. Just running through the trends now. I know you're pointing it back to. I tend to go to trends if I'm not overly sure, to try and whittle it down. 5 out of the last 12 favourites have won. 9 out of the last 12 had previous graded win. 12 out of 12 had 1 win that season. 10 out of 12 won on the last race before the festival. 10 out of 12 were age 6. 6 out of 12 rated 150 or more. And you've got 12 out of 12 win at least once over 2 mile 4, 2 miles to 2 mile 6. I did look at Journey with Me. I know Ian said he's keen on him. I do like him. I had him in a rab with Fernie, but that's now out of the question with Fernie being out. So I don't actually have a single on Journey with Me. He's currently priced around 5 to 1 with Betfair. He's not won a graded race. He's won twice this season. He has won on his last race before the festival. He's 6. He has won over 2 mile 4, so he does tick quite a bit of the trends. So he is quite up there. For me, I've got it down to 2. I think one's most likely definitely going to go here, and the other one has got the choice of this or the Albert Bartlett. The one I think is definitely going to go is Ginto. He's round about, he was earlier on, I'll just double check. He's 7 to 1 now, best price. He's won a grade 2 at Nat, won a grade 2, another novice, and he's won a grade 1 Lawlers and Nace. He's won 3 times this season. He's won on his last run before the festival. He's age 6. He's rated 146. It's close enough to 150 for me. And he's won 3 times over 2 mile 4. The other one I think would really interest me if coming here instead of the Albert Bartlett, and it's Minella Kakuna. Won the grade 1 Nathaniel Lacey and Partners Solicitors Novice Hurdle at the Dublin Racing Festival, 2 mile 6 furlong. Won twice this season. Again, won on the last race, which you'd think would be before the festival. Age 6, rated around 143. And has won over 2 mile 4 and 2 mile 6. So if they opted to go to this trip, that would really interest me, because jumping was very, very slick in that race at the Dublin Racing Festival, where he was nipping lengths at each hurdle, sorry, not fence. So they'd be the two for me that I've whittled it down to.
Okay, great stuff. John?
Yeah, again, like the guys have mentioned, really, it's not clear who's going to show up for this one, which is the last couple of years. It hasn't really been the norm, because we had Bob last year, didn't we? And then Envoy the year before, and they were quite well fancied for this, and both went off favourites and both won easily, really. So, like I mentioned in the Supreme chat, I hope Dynamo comes here, because I just think he could set off at a decent pace and then sort of stack them up with about a mile to go and then kick for home again, a bit like Allaho did in the Ryanair last year, but over hurdles. I just think that's the sort, I could just see that's how the race would pan if he went here. I like Journey with Me, but I'm sort of torn a little bit between this race and the Albert Bartlett. I've got him covered in both, but after watching him at the weekend, he looks more like an Albert Bartlett horse to me. He was a bit of a boat, and I'm not sure he's got the turn of foot for this, because that's what tends to win it. If you saw Davey 2 years ago on Envoy, when they came around that bend, he was about 3 or 4 lengths behind, and in a flash, the afterburners come on. Next minute, he's 3 or 4 lengths ahead, and I think you need that turn of foot. And I just can't see Journey with Me doing that, but Dynamo, I probably could. Ginto, yeah, he might be the obvious choice, but I just got a feeling he'll find one or two too good for him. But he's a solid each way shot, and first 3, I think he'll definitely be in the mix for that. The unknown, like Ian mentioned, is Walking on Air. He's only had the 1 run, but he could be anything, and he did show a turn of foot. So if he can come out the weekend and be impressive, then he might end up being sort of joint favourite or second favourite by Sunday night. And I think he's still 10-1 now. Is he best price? I think that might be Ante-Post.
10-1.
Yeah,
10-1. I'm
think
looking at here.
If you're going to back him, you'd probably be best backing him maybe now, non-runner, no bets, because if he doesn't win, then he probably won't come here. But if he does, then you're probably sitting on a 3-1 shot with 8s or 10s. So Dynamo, if he comes here, he's definitely my choice, and if not, then it'll be Walking on Air. I'd take a bit of a punt on him. So that's it from me on this one, OJ.
Okay, great stuff. So,
OJ,
sorry,
I've written one down here. I'm not sure if it's the right horse, but I've wrote Classic Getaway, and then in brackets Old Plodder. Now I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that's the right
talking about me,
park horse or not. I've got it down for maybe to look at, because he won in January, but he might need about 10 miles. But I wasn't sure if he was going in this one or not. I don't know if the guys knew or not.
It's in the market. I've got Bet365 open here, and Classic Getaways 20-1.
Yeah. So I thought it was
he looks more of an Albert Bartlett type to me as well.
I had him sort of whittled down on a bit of a shortlist, but I agree with you. I think he's a bit slow, and he's 1 for more when they go down the 3 mile chasing route. Definitely a 3 mile chaser in the making. One I also did pick at a price is Unexpected Party. I think he's not got a graded win. He's best price around 40-1. He's won twice this season. Won on his last race. He's age 7 though. He's rated about 142. He finished second, I think, over the course and distance in November, and he's won over 2 mile 5 furlong. I've also got that with blue writing next to it. He could be one for the Coral Cup. That being a start scouting once. What would you give? Would any of you give Staghorn a chance? The ex-flat horse.
I don't know too much about him, to be honest.
He
He looked decent, didn't he, on his debut?
He's won twice.
He looked quite fast, I thought.
And he's got an entry in this, and he's got an entry in the Bartlett. This race doesn't look that deep, does it, at the moment?
No.
Was that the Gosden horse, or am I thinking of another one?
Archie Watson.
Piper's a Gosden horse.
Oh yeah, Piper, yeah, beg your pardon. Good shout.
But if he goes here, if Staghorn turned up here on the day and was around that price, I'd be interested in having a small each way on it.
Okay, great stuff, Matty. So it's all eyes on Ascot Saturday. He's walking on it. Dice out quite heavily fancied. If I was to push you all for one each, Ian.
Dice Art Dynamo for me.
Dice out for Ian. Matty.
Ginto for me.
Ginto. And John.
Eyes up Dynamo for me, please, OJ.
Okay, great stuff. Thank you, chaps. We'll move on to our next race. And remember, folks, like and subscribe below. Keep those views coming. We really do appreciate it. And we hope you're enjoying.